Hey there. So recently I was reading I think it was Facebook or something like that, and someone wrote something like, "Oh my God, I can't decide what coffee to drink, worst decision ever," or something like that. You know how people on Facebook are. So yeah, I was reading that, and of course in the comment section there was something like, "Oh my God, you spoiled brat. You should be happy to have all the stuff, and you should be happy that you can drink whatever you want, that you can eat every day. There are children in Africa that are starving right now, and millions of people are dying of diseases and stuff like that." And you know what? That's kind of a valid point. It's valid-ish, if you want to call it like that. But I never really like that point. I make that point sometimes out of fun. If someone says, "Oh my God, I ate so much, I can't eat anymore, I have to throw the rest away," I will be like, "Oh my God, you're throwing that away, and there are children in Africa. They are starving. Think of the fucking children. Do it right now. Think of them and start crying. Send them over the food," whatever now. But I don't really believe in that. It's just, of course, I acknowledge they exist and I know there is a problem there, but we are living in a first world country in Germany, and there are so many first world countries in Europe, like France, the United Kingdom, Switzerland, Austria, and so on and so on, and the United States, for example, Canada. All first world countries, and we only have first world problems. You all know first world problems. As I said, it's deciding which coffee to take, which muffin to eat, or which McDonald's to go to, and which graphics card to buy, and all that stuff. We have problems on a very, very high level, and the thing is, we like to complain about them a lot. And I complain sometimes, of course, if I have to wait for an hour at the doctor, for example. I complain about that. I don't like waiting there. But the thing is, we have super advanced medical technology. So I have to wait 1 hour to cure basically every kind of disease I have. If I don't have a tumor that's inoperable or something like that, or some kind of disease like HIV, everything is fine. They will give me 1 or 2 pills and bam, I'm cured. That's basically how it works. In Africa, if you get the cold, you're fucked. You will die. And your biggest problem is, how will you get food the next day? How you will find water and not getting eaten by a lion, or how are those other things called? A hippo? That are real problems. They have real problems down there, and we are complaining about nothing, basically. And of course, as I said, I can understand the point that we shouldn't complain, but it's all about perspective. For example, as I said, if you're talking to someone from a third world country, complaining about what color your next house should have is kind of a bad thing to do. But, if you're talking to your neighbor and you're complaining that, the kids are too loud, or that you can't decide on the color of your house, that's totally valid. But other than that, I don't know. It just seems kind of wrong to complain about things that shouldn't be complained about. And another point is complaining in general. We are alive. If you think about that, we are alive. There is not even, you can't even describe how magical that is, being alive. A living creature, being a biological mass of things that's alive, that has a conscious. And we are able to eat things, to taste things. We are able to, we are able to see things, like the sky, the sun coming up, the stars. If you're blind, I'm sorry. But yeah, and we are able to hear music and stuff like that. Life in itself is beautiful and it's magical. So complaining about little things just, it seems a little bit spoiled. And it is a little bit spoiled. We are a really spoiled species. And I'm just wondering, do people that have nothing, complain? I know that homeless people sometimes complain, and that's kind of weird. If you don't give them enough money, they will complain. And if you give them a wrong sandwich, for example, they will complain too. And are we so spoiled that we just have to complain about everything? Is there no decency left in this species? It's just weird. So, do we have the right to complain? I'm wondering about that. And I can't really answer that question. I don't think we should complain that much. We have the right to complain under the right circumstances, if the perspective is right, as I said, if the context is right. But Complaining in itself, it seems pointless, and there is actually no point because complaining will never change anything. Change anything or don't complain. That's just, yeah, that's how it works. That's how life works. So yeah, what do you think? Leave it in the comment section below and rate the video if you enjoyed it. That was it. I'm iLostLink signing out.